Mindfulness is so much more than that. It's about enjoying the moment as you're having it and living through things, living to get through everything stops you from seeing how valuable that moment really is. So today, my gem is actually came up while I was in Sean's class a couple weeks ago. And so it's about meaning reframing, actually, and about not escaping your own life. And it seems like that's pretty, who wants to escape their own life? But what does that look like? Right? If you think about escaping, usually we think about running away, taking a vacation, like just light it on fire and leave it behind you. Maybe that's not always the case. Maybe it's not always that drastic when we're escaping from our life. Sometimes it looks like diving into a Netflix series or losing yourself in a book. These are not necessarily bad things to do, but it's not something we want to do all the time, right? Also, self-medicating or distracting ourselves, focusing on what's next instead of what's now. This one is me, focusing on what comes next. So I want to reframe this, and I want to tell you a little story. I became a mom in 2018. It was at first unexpected and then planned. So that's a whole nother story I won't get into, but it's very exciting to have become a mother at like 30, 38 years old. And when the pandemic hit, we went into lockdown and I had almost successfully weaned my child, almost. So now mom and dad are home 24/7, no visitors allowed. So weaning went right out the door. We went right back to breastfeeding. And I thought, oh my goodness, well, if I can just get through this 2 weeks, if I can just get through the next 2 weeks, I'll be fine. And we all know how that turned out. So now looking back over the last year and a half, and I just wonder to myself, how many times did I say to myself, if I can just get through blank? How many times have you said that to yourself? When's the last time you said it? Is there one that stands out? I literally said this to myself in Sean's class on like day 3, and that's what stopped me. I'm not kidding. It stopped me again. I heard my inner voice say, man, I'm so tired. If I can just get through this week, if I can just get through this homework, if I can just get through these toddler years, and how much of my life am I wishing away? That's the real barrier to happiness. If you think that happiness lives somewhere in your future, just beyond the next thing to get over, beyond the next hurdle. And I'm kicking myself because I've learned this already. I already know this. I learned this, that I should live in the present. I should stop waiting for happiness to arrive. And it's not about the current stress, right? It's I need to stop. But life does this. It teaches us the same lesson over and over again because it's a cycle. And the really important ones, we have to pull down and try to hang on to them. And so somewhere in this pandemic and the stress of becoming a mom, I forgot how to be present. I forgot how to stop wishing my life away. And I had to learn it all over again. And so my gem that I hope I give you is, instead of if I can just get through blank, what if you say, if I can just be present? How could that transform your life? If I can just be present and hear the wisdom happening right now in this class, if I can just be present and enjoy this meal that I'm having with my family, if I can just be present and bond with my daughter and not wish away the toddler years, that's what mindfulness is. Some people get hung up on the meditation and the feeling that maybe that's not for them. Mindfulness is so much more than that. It's about enjoying the moment as you're having it and living through things, living to get through everything stops you from seeing how valuable that moment really is. So here we are in a pandemic. How many of you are just saying, if I can just get through COVID, if I can just get through this pandemic, life is going to be better on the other side? Next time you hear yourself say that, pause and tell yourself, if I can just be present, give it a try. Enjoy the moment that you have, because you never know, right? And my last closing thought about that is, we are always told that happiness is all around us. It is. It's right there. We just have to take time and stop and smell the roses. That's the only thing. There's no other secret. It's all about your mindset.